Hi everyone. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about Mohbad's case. I shared with you on Thursday certain questions that we should keep in mind, and so far there has been developing stories that I think we can also focus on. So I read that the nurse who administered the medication to Mohbad when he was at the hospital was not qualified to do it. I don't know how that happened, if the hospital was aware. We don't know much about it. Well, I only just saw this letter stating that the nurse is not qualified to practice. So, according to eyewitnesses, Mohbad walked into the hospital. He was not feeling well, and one thing led to the other. An injection was administered. Few minutes or maybe an hour later, he was pronounced dead. I don't know if he was officially pronounced dead, but what I want to talk about today is regarding this nurse and how this narrative is shifting from the initial focus. So we understand the nurse, the medical board said she's not qualified to practice, but was that the reason why Mohbad died? I guess the questions we have to ask here is, how long has this nurse been practicing, right? How many times has she administered medication to a patient? And how many casualties have happened in that hospital due to her own fault, right? So we need to know all this. And also, we have to keep an eye on the suspects. I know what's going on here. They're trying to shift focus from the initial suspects. And when we say suspects, we're talking about, you know, before Mohbad died, he mentioned that they should hold Naira Marley, Malian music, and all that responsible for his death. So an autopsy was conducted. We don't know what the result is going to be, but we know very well that this man, something killed him, right? People don't just die. Something happened to him. And it's important that we get to the root of it, because that's really what justice is about. I'm still trying to understand, what is the police doing with Sam Larry and the rest? What's the deal with those guys? Because I understand last week they said that they sent an invitation for them to come to the station, or they would go and arrest them. I guess what I'm trying to understand is, how long do they have to bring them in, and have they come in to be interviewed? And if they didn't, why haven't the police gone to them to interview them? The way this case is moving is making me uncomfortable. I just have to say. So ever since we learned that the nurse was not qualified to administer medication, questions are popping up. People are creating scenarios in their heads, wondering, was that what killed him? Is it because a nurse administered something to him, or didn't know what she was doing? I guess we have to also step back and think, what is the motive? Why does anyone want him dead? If you mention the nurse, why does the nurse want him dead? If you mention the doctor, why does the doctor want him dead? If you say none of those people are players in this case, what about the musicians he accused, Naira Marley and Sam Larry and some other people? What is their deal with this case? Who would benefit most from Mohbad's death? That's what we need to focus on. We have to look on a bigger scale. Who will benefit most from Mohbad's death? I'm glad an autopsy was performed on him, and we're yet to have the report, but I was hoping that the preliminary report will be out by now. If not, maybe next week, because the preliminary report is going to show us what happened to his physical body, not the chemical testing and stuff. What happened to his body? Was there scratches? Were there bruises? Were there internal injuries? Was there a head trauma from the constant beating that he was getting? Did he have internal bleeding? Did he have other health conditions that might have affected him? And as soon as the injection was given to him, it kind of like made things worse. There are cases like that. So we don't just need to focus on just one person or anyone the police throws at us. We have to think. Most importantly, motive is very important. Who has a motive here? It's a case of who done it. Yeah, it's obvious that he died at the hospital. Was he killed? If so, by whom and why? What if whatever killed him didn't happen at the hospital? What if he ingested something from home? What if he was injected? What if he inhaled something all the way from home, but started feeling uncomfortable and then came to the hospital. And whatever reaction happened with the injection caused him to die. So these are a few things I want you to keep your eyes on. Don't stop asking questions. If someone is trying to force a narrative to you, if someone is trying to sell someone to you, then ask the person, why this person? Why do you think this person is responsible? Don't get distracted, guys. Justice will eventually come. It's a matter of when and how badly you want it. So this is just me bringing a different angle to this case, and I look forward to making more videos as the case progresses. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Oh, don't forget to subscribe.